The reason why our goals, dreams, and desires may seem very far-fetched is because most of the times we are holding ourselves back more than the obstacles that we think are on the path to us achieving them. We fantasize a lot about the goal, about the dream, about becoming, about the process, about our plans, rather than putting in the work that is required for us to get the results that we desire. We need to understand that this habit of fantasizing is what leads to indecisiveness. And if you're indecisive, you will never achieve anything. You are going to become a shade of yourself. You will always find yourself wanting. So you need to see that you are the biggest obstacle that you have. And if you can transcend yourself, then there is no obstacle in front of you. Because even some of the obstacles that we think that are on the path are all made up in our mind. We say people are going to judge us. We say it may not work out. We say, I don't have this resource. I don't have this. I don't have that. We are the ones creating those boundaries that is preventing us from moving forward. So if you're lacking progress in your life, you need to know that the lack of progress is as a result of your indecisiveness. You need to take action. Progress comes with action. There is no progress that you're going to get without taking action, quick action. You need to think about the idea and quickly move into execution, because it's better to do the work and fail rather than to not do the work at all. There's no point in you fantasizing if you're never going to put in the work required for you to get the results that you desire. So I want you to consider and imagine yourself. Let's say you've been starving for the last 30 days and you're very, very hungry, and somebody gives you 2 plates of rice. And having those 2 plates of rice, you spend your whole time trying to decide which one you're going to eat instead of picking one and eating. If you spend your whole time trying to decide which one you're going to eat, you will starve to death. You just need to pick one and eat. Then your hunger will be quenched. That is what most of us do when it comes to our goals. We have goals, we have plans, we have everything that we need, but we are fantasizing, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Just pick one thing and do it. The most important thing is the work. The work in itself is the progress that you're looking for. You're in point A when you haven't done anything. When you start doing the work, you get to point B when you've made progress. You've moved from a point of thinking about it, you move from a point of creating the plans, now you're in a point where you're acting. As long as you're in that phase of action, you will always get feedback. Maybe this one does not work out. You switch your plans, you change your plans, you adapt, you move again. You just have to be in the phase of action. You need to get rid of indecisiveness. The habit of indecisiveness is the biggest thing that is stopping you, and is stopping most of us. If we become very, very active and proactive, we would achieve a lot. You need to look at yourself every day. Take some self-analysis. How many of the things you do every single day reflect that you want the things you say you want? If you want to become a footballer, how much time do you spend training? How much time do you spend on the pitch? If you want to become someone who is good at coding, how much time do you spend writing code? You need to look at yourself and take responsibility that truly we do not want it as bad as we say we do. Because we always like to feel like a victim. We always like to feel like everything else is against us but ourselves. But you need to start looking at the inside. Turn the searchlight inside and realize that most of the habits that you built around you are the things holding you back. How do you spend your day? Does it reflect where you are going? Does it reflect what you truly want? If not, make changes. Just don't be indecisive. Just don't stay in the same place thinking about the plans, thinking about the goal, thinking about the dream. Because you will never get there by being still. You only get there through movement. So it's my encouragement to you today to start acting. To start taking some decisions, to start making some things work. Start putting in the work. The work is more important. Liberation will lie in exertion. Work is the reward, and the reward is in the work. The reward is in the work, and work in itself is the reward. Your life is going to transform as long as you start putting in the work. Nothing will happen out of the blue. Somebody will not just come from space and come and solve all your problems and come and make things happen for you if you don't put in the work. I believe you must have heard of the saying that heaven helps those who help themselves. Because the only way you prove to the universe that you truly desire what you say you desire, is by putting in the work. What actions are you taking towards getting that thing? Then the universe can say, okay, this guy lacks some resources. Take some resources. This guy needs some people that can help him get to where he's trying to go. Put people on your path that will help you, that will mentor you. This guy does not have the finances. Oh, put some opportunity. Maybe you get a gig and somebody pays you. But it's not going to happen if you sit still. Stillness is a state of death. If you stay still, then don't expect progress in your life. So don't be indecisive. Put in the work. Put in the work every single day, and I promise you, you'll be very happy with your life. You'll be more than fulfilled. It is a great feeling to see that you are involved in your own progress. Don't just wait for things to happen to you. It is very, very powerful to see that I have a dream, I have a plan, and I'm working every day. I'm working, I'm trying, even if I'm not giving my 100%, but every day I'm doing something to make sure that I achieve that thing. That is what is important in life. Forget about the noise, forget about the naysayers, just put in the work. Because as long as you remain indecisive, you will fill yourself with doubt. You start doubting yourself. You become a big procrastinator. You would always put things off for later. Always wanting to do it later. Always looking for the right time. But the right time will never come if you don't start now. What are you doing now that is more important than what you want? You need to have some priority in your life. You need to set some standards for yourself. That's how you elevate yourself. Or maybe you're just comfortable. Maybe you're happy where you are. But that's fine. But don't cry that life is against you if you're not doing anything about it. So I hope to see you make some changes. I hope we all can make some changes. I wish you all the very best. And I pray that you find the courage to face yourself and become who you said you're going to be. Do take care, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye, and thank you.